Hello and welcome to Escape from Mount Backlog, one man's quest to defeat his game's library. Today we'll be looking at BRIGADOR, Up Armored Edition. BRIGADOR is a tactical mech combat roguelite developed by a four-man team known as Stellar Jockeys, and this is their first commercial release. Color me impressed. BRIGADOR takes place in an apocalyptic tech noir future city, Solo Nobre. Think LA from Blade Runner, but with mechs. The premise is simple. You play as a mercenary mech pilot, contracted by the Resistance to liberate, as in destroy, the city, to earn the big payout and a ticket off world. There is a campaign, but that's not where the meat of the game is. It does a great job of teaching you the different weapon types and mechanics, so you can take on freelance mode. That's where the fun is. Pick a pilot, a mech, your loadout, and wreak havoc. All of the freelance contracts have multiple maps, and your damage carries over, hence the roguelite elements. So, die on the last map of a freelance contract, and you need to start from the beginning again. I never found this to be a problem though, because if you die, you know it's your fault, not the game being cheap. To that end, anything and everything you destroy earns you money. Money you can use to unlock new mechs, weapons, and auxiliary measures to customize your loadout to fit your playstyle. And there are so many options to customize. Firstly, your pilot, of which there are 38 to unlock. Each affect the difficulty of the operation in different ways. Number of enemies, that sort of thing. On top of that, there are 56 vehicles to unlock, from walking mechs to hover tanks. 40 different weapons, from Gatling guns to multi-projectile mortars, giving you tons of options to play around with and challenge yourself. I gotta say, I'm a sucker for some tactical mech combat, especially in real time. You can use the environment to your advantage, taking cover or charging through buildings to flank an enemy. This is totally my jam. And your weapon's range and firing arc are shown on screen at all times, so you have to make sure your aim is true, especially with high arc weapons like the previously mentioned mortars. Oh, and did I mention that the map is 100% destructible? So is there an oil pipeline between you and the enemy mech? Shoot through it, or over it. I got so hooked on the gameplay loop I almost didn't make the time to actually put this video together. I just wanted to test my mettle against all the challenges. And I'm not done with this yet. So if the next video is on, like, I don't know, a short puzzle game or something, you can blame it on BRIGADOR. Aesthetically, I love the look of the city. Before it's burned to the ground, it feels perfectly noir and near future. And Stellar Jockey's custom engine recreates the look of sprite-based late 90s strategy games perfectly. An often overlooked graphical style in the 8-bit and low-poly crazed indie scene. Did I mention the team is only 4 people yet? As a 90s strategy gamer, this look brought back fond memories of Command & Conquer, StarCraft, and Crush, Kill and Destroy, KKND. Especially of the oft-maligned Tiberian Sun. I mean, the similarities in look are sometimes uncanny, but in the best possible way. The pseudo 3D isometric view gives you more than enough visual feedback as to what's going on and how you are doing. And of course, I have to mention the thing that got me interested in the first place. You see, I freaking love Synthwave. Perturbator, Computer Brute, Ghost, Dynatron, the list goes on. So when I fired up the game for the first time and was greeted with this, I was like, okay, let's see what you got. And it showed me what it got. The soundtrack by Makeup and Vanity Set truly evokes the setting. Not since 2016's Doom,
One of my favorite games ever.
has a soundtrack suited a game so damn well in my opinion. It perfectly encapsulates the feel of Solo Nobre and really sells the whole tech noir future. The deep bass tones and soaring synths elevate the color of the world on screen, as a good soundtrack should. I feel that I know Solo Nobre and the type of people that live there. The world feels well realized and rich with lore. This is world building without words. This is how games sell their settings. And it's so synthwavy. Did I mention I love Synthwave? I've loved my time with the game so far. I love challenging myself. I like taking out new mechs for test drives. I like mixing and matching the weapons. I like using smoke screens and EMPs. I like a hell of a lot about this game. But I can't help but feel that there's one thing missing. Multiplayer. I really wish, and Stellar Jockeys, if you happen to be watching, this comes from a fan, I really hope they find a way to implement multiplayer. If not through a patch, then definitely in a sequel. Imagine 2 or 4 player co-op, 4 different mechs with 4 completely different loadouts. It would be magical. Or competitive multiplayer. Pick your mech and your loadout and go head to head with pilots online. It would be fantastic. And that'll just about wrap up this episode of Escape from Mount Backlog. Have you assaulted and destroyed Solo Nobre? Do you plan to? Do you have Brigador on your wish list? Let me know in the comments down below. And please remember to like and share this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy the ride. If you're returning, bring a friend next time, get them to subscribe too. And tune in next time when we look at something... You know, I haven't actually decided yet.